Hello lads and welcome to another shopz video. Yes, it's the same desk. I've actually just realised remarkably the same desk, or a desk that looks vaguely similar to the one I've got back at home. And this is the place where I did the first Zomblings boxing run review. So that's a bit of trivia for those who are interested, not interesting, i.e. just me. And we've actually got some photos. So this is actually going to be part 1 of 2 because I have a story for this one actually. We actually only went to Tesco and Wilko first, and then we went to the other 3 home bargains, Poundland and B&M afterwards. Now this video's photos would have been completed a few days ago. Because I would have done that, but I had some other stuff to do, personal stuff. I had 2 personal videos planned for that, for this, but they were delayed as well because I don't know why. I was trying to manage everything but couldn't because of there's like a million things going on. And of course, the other 3 Poundland home bargains B&M videos going to be coming later today, hopefully. That was completed yesterday, so that's a bit on the mark. But what's not on the mark is the Tesco's and Wilko's video, so let's get that on with. Also, I barely ever call it Tesco's. I just call it Tesco. All at one time, the first time we came to this particular location, I didn't have the computer I used to upload YouTube videos with before I had a YouTube channel, because that was in the. You can read all about it on Tech Trouble. That's when I had a website, but not when I had a YouTube channel. You can read all about it on there, under the Tech Trouble page. But of course, I went because no computer equals no proper place to write stuff down. So I had to get a load of sticky notes, like I've already said. But I went so insane, because I had to manage everything with the notes and everything. I gave alternative names to different shops, like I've already said. Like Tesco's now Tesc, Wilko is Wilk. Home Bargains is Home Barg, Morrison's is Morrie, B&M is B&M, and Poundland is Pond. So I went absolutely mental trying to think of extra names. And the funny thing is, also, you're not gonna believe this, but on the way here, the vehicle we were in, actually, it's an electric Ford vehicle, and it was raining. And what happened was, poured, and it was raining heavily as well. So basically, just going to take these glasses off if you have them on actually. There we are. Basically, rain poured. That caused the whole vehicle that screwed the whole vehicle. Just going to turn on say battery, but the steering wheel locked, gear stick locked, the horn kept going off, which was a bit of a concern since we thought it was extra people doing that just to take the mick, but it wasn't. It was us. It took us like 5 or 10 minutes to realise that it was us and not anyone else. Gah. Oh yeah, and of course, the lights keep flickering on and off. The wheels like a disco. And the worst part was we were on relatively close to a roundabout, the part where you, road stuff, roundabout stuff, so we were on that. It was quite busy, well, not on the roundabout, but just before it, in the place where you wait for all the cars to come round. I don't know what's, even if I was told what it's called, I would forget, because, memory and all that. I think, I've been watching videos from My Amazing Funnies, and I think you would have realised by now that, there's vehicles coming up. If you can hear how that's vehicles. So, all from memory, that's why I'm just going to call it really vague stuff. I feel that was on last Friday actually, and I've been to places and done stuff since then, taken photos and that. So anyway, steering wheel locked. We had to have a police person come stop the traffic, and an AA person to come and fix the car, which he couldn't do. So he had to tow us, believe it or not, to the nearest Ford garage, where they very kindly gave us a courtesy car and drove us to the nearest pub, which was a very good of them actually, since it was it's good. because, well, they didn't have to do that, but they also got some stuff squared up and sorted. Well, not really, because what happened was we got drove to the pub. Meanwhile, another family member went to the nearest enterprise, which is in Manchester from here, believe it or not, from there, of course. Manchester. Now, apparently, the person, the manager at the enterprise, tried to make out that they didn't need to give him the extra vehicle, because it was like they were saying that the whole like malarkey didn't happen, but it did. So spent like a couple of hours there, and as such we spent quite a lot of time at the pub. Luckily, the pub is next to the pub was a co-op, so we went in there. I didn't really take photos. They had some super things catching kids, the box that goes on the side of the shelf, not this stand, but Kazim jets. I didn't photograph them on the grounds that A, I don't photograph super things, and B, they're August last year, so boo. They probably can't help it. And also, they also had a travel lodge. I called it on my personal video. I nearly called it Premier Inn, but no, it's a travel lodge. So they let us stay there for the next hour. And by this time, when we were in the pub, it was starting to go dark, which means we were walking around in the dark, looking like we didn't have a house, but really we were always waiting for a vehicle to come. So in the Premier Inn, the vehicle arrives. We were driven in the dark to here, yes, in the dark, and it was midnight by the time we arrived. Yeah. I think we arrived at the Premier Inn at something like 7. I can't remember the exact times, but anyway, enough of the personal matters. Let's go on with the photos. Now I've actually got some for personal reasons. I'm just going to remove them now. I've already done that. Hooray! So anyway, Tesc Wilkos. I'm in the wrong part of the photos, of course, because I made albums and that, to keep track of everything. So we can delete these because they did take photos. If necessary, I'm not going to tell you where I am exactly, but I will put like pictures of the shops or locations where I am, and you can figure it out for yourself, because I'm going to do a max mofo of it and like give you the code. Here's the code, whoops, I down with all the letters missing. So yeah, in Tesco they had PS5 game FIFA 22, which is next year's FIFA game. Now I photographed this for two reasons. First reason is that they're ballsy enough, confident enough to assume that you own a PS5. Alright, I mean, come on. Scalped, released during COVID period, and they're basically outstuck everyone else. So good luck at getting one of them. But also because these are noticeably more expensive than Nintendo Switch games. I'm sure they're better, but come on, £62. I mean, what most of you watching might be thinking now is, ooh, £62. That's a good price, but it's going to be a good game. These also have in-app purchases, all the in-game purchases, all the FIFA games, and also, yeah. I also made a few notes. Now I've forgotten where to fit them in the video, but I'm just going to read them out now. Look here. The Tesco mobile parts of the shops try to look like the Apple stores. That's true. They've got the same wooden tables, the same like walls and that. And it doesn't help that the phones are also organised like an Apple store. They also were selling the iPhone 14 Pro. They were like showing I think they were selling the iPhone 14, iPhone 14 Plus, I think it's called, iPhone 14 Pro Max. I didn't see any like small prints or anything saying that Dynamic Island is only exclusive to the Pro and the Pro Max, which is crafty because they technically should be doing that because it's advertised all over the place. So technically, isn't that false advertising? Or I mean, I could have easily missed something. I don't know. And also, it's October at the moment, so all the Halloween stuff and Christmas stuff is back out. So expect that in the next video. Coming here in October made me realise all the companies falling over themselves trying to sell stuff to kids. That is true. They kept having stuff from Moose, I think it was Moose, yeah. Spin Master, you know, all your favourites, or the ones that I know the pants of you the most at least. And I put all. By that I mean nearly all of the stuff in the place is decent. So that explains a little amount of photos. So yeah, there's only like 4 photos for this video, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem because it's going to be worth it with the next video, which is all the pound shops and bargain stuff. And of course, I had to write Cocomelon has taken over because there was like a pack of because for the wipes we were buying, we were in the what's it called? I forgot what it's called. But so they also had like a pack of you know, pants with Cocomelon on it, and I thought, God, is this what it's come to? Good grief! So that's why I put Cocomelon's taken over. Of course, done in like a sarcastic way, of course, because of course they're going to take over. They were in or I think they were in two out. There was I think they were in or can't remember if they were in the Wilkos or not, but they were definitely in a B&M and they were in B&M and they were in Home Bargains. I don't think they were in Poundland though, so Poundland's safe from the chaos that they have caused. So we can remove this note now. Brilliant. And of course, we can move on to the photos. Oh, not like that, using the photos app. iPod Touch. So yeah, FIFA 23. How not to sell a product to kids. Goozonians is like stereotypical version of, girls version of Heroes of Gujitsu. Now also, there's 2 things. First, there's no proper stand for this, so I'm assuming that this is made by Tesco alone, so I don't think character can be bothered since Moose doesn't seem to want to admit that they make these. So yeah. And also, this made me realise that the only female character in the mainline Gujitsu is in Goose Shifters, the one that's only just come out. So make of that what you will. So yeah, this is a really lazy stand. All it's got, white background, Goozonian's logo and a picture of one of the characters. I'm not sure what the character is. I did look them up just out of interest's sake, but I'm probably going to have to look it up while editing this video, which means there'll probably be a title card around about here. And of course you've got Teamsters, Beast Machines. Isn't Teamsters like a Hot Wheels ripoff? I'm not sure, actually. I know Ashens has some of them. Has a video, not saying has some of them, because there's obviously removed them from his house since the cheapness. But I think I could be proven wrong, but I think Teamsters is the same thing from the Kinder Egg video that he did for Poundland. You know the one with the sticker that's put backwards. I forgot what it says. Oh yeah, I've forgotten what it says. It's backwards. It's like on a train carriage. It says something like super speed go or something like all these things do. But of course I've completely forgotten what it did say. I've forgotten, which is a shame. Because I should remember, and I don't. I'm probably going to see another title card. I'm probably going to watch that video after while editing this stuff, so it doesn't bother me in the future. Hey. So yeah. Also, what also came to my mind when doing the post office video, when taking the photos of post office stuff, when doing the like the Beyblade ripoff on the sign next to the other stuff from BJ Toys. And Top Gun Uppercuts came into my mind. You know, the bloke from Beyblade. You know, the one that Ashton saw. It was like a, you know, a, what's it called, blowtorch. That's it. But no. It's a rip-off Beyblade spinner launcher thingy. Top Gun Uppercuts. I don't even know if that's a typo or not. So, say was Top Gun Uppercuts. He's not here. So yeah, what's next on the agenda of pain? Look, we've got some Halloween stuff now. Now, I'm ashamed to say that all this stuff was decent. Boo! I did find two things. First is the amazing, like Home Bargains esque pumpkin decoration thing. And I think Home Bargains might have nicked this off them. I'm not sure. I like to think that they have. Oh no, you can't take that. Oh, that's ours. And of course they've got the oh god, this reminds me of the I'm gonna say this right now, but this one reminds me of the Zorgo, what's it called, hacker mask thing from Spy Ninjas, Chad Wilker. I can't believe I'm saying that. But only because, without the blue flashy lights, I think it kind of looks like that. You know, the thing of like facial hair creeps up to you and taps you on the back and scares the living hell out of you. You know that but not really, because it's owned by a person who just wants to make £1 million, $1 million in his case. So I'm doing 3 YouTube videos. I can't do the same joke while I turn the lights off, because as you can plainly see, it's daytime now. Look, the blinds are open. Hooray! So yeah, that's all done and dusted. But with all the blue lights, it kind of looks like a demented version of the Smiler, and that's not saying much since the Smiler's already demented enough. And of course, that's the rest of the... Actually, not quite. We've still got Wilko's to go. The stuff in Wilko's... not Wilko's. Firstly, massive... Now, this is not me taking any jabs at the people who supply CCTV equipment for this place. But, CCTV box, absolutely massive. Like, you know how most shops have got, like, small, like, TV screens for the CCTV? This particular store, I think all these are Wilko stores, massive like 1980s like TV, massive like 1990s, 1980s TV, massive. Like, sure, it'd been there one time that the TV was like screwed because of the weather. You know, it's being pushed back because of a high amount of wind. But this one just looks like if the connector on top was like going to fail, it looks like this would fall and crush someone, you know, because of how heavy it is. Actually, saying that, I don't know how heavy it is, and B, yes, it does look like it was bought in 1990. I think there's some buttons on the side, on the bottom of it. So, make of that what you will, guys. Next is great value. Another Ashton's video came into my mind. Amazing. I think it was amazing value. No, you don't get to decide that. That's our job, and that's exactly what I said when photographing this. It's a funny graphic. Look, there's stars and stuff. How amazing. Great value. Oh, come on, this is obviously designed for Christmas, but it would have been more that they chose as from like Comic Sans or anything, but Next is, also from Wilko's, White Squirrel. On what planet are squirrels white? I mean, they've either had all the blood drained from them, which I don't even think is possible because all the fur, you wouldn't be able to see their like stuff underneath it. But also, of course, it's has been covered in lots of snow. That's all safe to assume. But then, of course, you can't get any. I'm not even sure if you can get squirrels that are white. Should have done my research for this. And then we've also got Wilko Blocks, which is a Transformers ripoff. Or Power Rangers ripoff, not Transformers ripoff. I've just realised it's got the same black colours as the RV Robo. But also, I don't think this is the first time. This is obviously a different set, of course, but I think this is the first time I've seen like. I think this is the second time I've seen like a Transformers ripoff, like a ripoff. And the formats like from Wilko's, because again I was watching some of my videos from My Amazing Fun Is, that is still on the way, by the way, and I found another thing that looked like this. Brilliant. And there's literally only one Halloween item. All the stuff was like half decent. It's a ghost with like a funny like looking mouth. Enjoy it, folks. And it says bodies included flashing lights. Ghosts don't flash because they're ghosts. And of course, the same Mighty Beans container is still here, after the last visit to this place in May. It was May, wasn't it? I think it was. Probably was. That's still here. And you'll be pleased to know that they can't shift the single flush force toilet. Which means that obviously someone bought the lot up but just left one, I think. And of course there's a buttload of Mighty Beans as well. So that's nice for you lads. So yeah, that's all the photos for Tesco and Wilko. So yeah, next video, this video's going to be uploaded now basically, but as soon as that's done, I'll film and upload the bargain shops ones because, well, that's alright for you then lads.